Hello, Alex. Thank you once again for joining me on our program because, you use it, I use it, we all use it. It's all ours, and we share it with the world, so it belongs to the world anyway, right? So, thank you for your time. We have quite a few things to talk about today. Because we kind of ventured into new territory, both of us. I got a new radio mixing program. I still have to understand, and it was it doesn't really work with the YouTube live streaming anymore. So we already talked about this, but most likely will stream from now on Instagram, and that's fine with me. And you started a radio show as well. A video no, not a video podcast, just a podcast as well, right?
I started.
And we realized that it might be a worthwhile topic to talk about, finding your time to test your new things and learn how to really use them and do it right. And I'm a bad guy in this because I'm like, oh, I have a new thing, let's do it and just start. And it's, as you were in my radio show where I tried to patch you in and talk with you live on air, it didn't work. So, we realized that's a worthwhile topic to kind of, sit down and talk about taking your time and testing really things Anyway, what's your take on it, and how was your first your first podcast experience?
We got together into some kind of problems with software lately. You with the show and latest experience, and I actually getting into trouble pretty often with software because I try a lot of new software for different tasks, which is why I pretty much always on the some kind of territories where I'm not experienced figure. Let's put it that way. Which is why it would be cool to speak about how to actually balance this stuff to not cringe, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you need to, on one way, you need to always evolve. There is new things, and I remember, I think I've told you already this. I was kind of laughed at because I'm an older guy and I'm not an Apple user. And I honestly didn't know what this Clubhouse app was, because I heard, I saw it somewhere in the social media that, Clubhouse, and what are you doing? And I'm like, what is Clubhouse? And then, people laughed at me and was, you don't know what Clubhouse is? Da, 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 da. And like, okay, yeah, you're right. I'm not on the...
Wait, what is Clubhouse?
You don't know? You're joking. You're joking. Oh, okay.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, Clubhouse is okay. I only know a little bit because I didn't really research it. It's the latest trend. It's kind of like a chat forum where you can meet people and talk about whatever you want in an app. And it's only, and that makes it so special, and that's why everyone talks about it. It's only on Apple products, so it's only Apple, and it's only by invitation. You cannot join Clubhouse. Only if somebody invites you in, you can join Clubhouse. You cannot. You can download the app, but it only works if somebody sends you, okay, please come in, and then you can join it. And it's basically just, like Discord or so, where you have different rooms for different topics, and people can meet there. But only, it's very exclusive. Only people who are invited can get in, and only on Apple products.
Okay,
And
I see. And what is the thing about it? What is the source that's special about it?
that's it.
What the
That's it.
point?
That's it. I haven't used it because I don't have Apple products, and I'm not planning to use it. I heard our minister of this state where I'm living in. He's on Clubhouse and he said some really strange stuff there, and so people were scolding him for that. So it's just basically it's a little bit like Instagram, that you can kind of talk with people you would usually not talk about. I remember there was some big soccer stars in the chat rooms, and people could just talk with them. Easy accessible. It's nothing new. It's like TikTok, it's like Instagram, it's like everything else. You can chat with people. It's just very exclusive. It's only for Apple users and only if you get invited. So that makes it special. It's kind of a not everyone can get in, so everyone is interested. It's something special.
Oh, I pretty much getting it. Yeah. I've heard something like from. It was some kind of social media. I've heard about social media that works by payments or invitations, and some of them expensive, some of them like works like you said by invitation. Yeah, but the thing is like, yeah, not everybody can get it. But this Clubhouse, I
Hmm.
hear it for the first time.
Okay. Okay. See, I in my little, you know where I found it. I was because I told you before, we have a streaming show coming up in March, and so I was kind of making some advertisements for it, some social media posts, and I thought, oh, I have like over 900 people on LinkedIn, so let's post it on LinkedIn as well. And then I was going through some notices on LinkedIn, and saw, okay, Clubhouse. People were talking about Clubhouse, and one guy I knew and was like, okay, what do you think about Clubhouse? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I know this guy. He lives in the same city as I am, and I was just um, kind of dumbly posting under his post, oh, what is Clubhouse? And then, of course, a lot of people saw it, and then some other people on other social media told me, "Oh, Tobias, I saw you. You asked what is Clubhouse. This is so cute. You don't know it. This is the latest trend and stuff." And okay, in my little bubble, I never heard of Clubhouse, and so I looked stupid for a little bit, and I don't really care about looking stupid, because we're getting back to what we wanted to talk about in this podcast. This is just an example. Um, the world is moving really fast, and the world in IT is moving really fast. Uh, I'm working in the IT business as well, and I know that it never stands still. There's always new developments, there's new features, new things you can do. Uh, just recently, I got from one of our customers, I got a list of, okay, please update these things on the servers you use, and it was such a long list, it wouldn't even fit into our ticketing system, because it was so many updates and patches and fixes and whatever. So my point is, your world is always moving and faster and faster and faster. So getting back to our topic today, it's impossible to be always on the brink of the news, to be on the pulse of a time, like we say in German. You will miss things, and you will not get everything, but the things you get, and this is back to the topic now, you should try out and test, because, as you know, I'm really bad at this. I wanted to, in my radio show, I invited you, and that we talk live on air in my radio show, and I thought, oh, it's so easy, I patch you in, and that's if, and then it didn't really work. And I was like, oh, what's going on? Because of course you went through the same audio channel as the show was on, and then the computer. The point is, yes, evolve, but also and get the new stuff into your daily routine and in your mix or whatever, work with it, but also don't forget to test it and to be prepared with it, because I wasn't prepared at it for it at all. It didn't really work as I thought it would.
Evolution is a slow process, and
Yes.
if you want
Yes, it is.
to just get a wings, you cannot just go ahead and jump from building. You will just fall, which is why I think we need to getting slowly to new territories, because otherwise we will just smashed by gravity and drawn into water. We need to go slower on this, which is why I asked you, what is this thing? No, I already forgot this name. Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, trance is good thing, but it's not something that we should jump into it. And brightest example that I have is when we spoke in one of previous episodes, when everybody jumped into the TikTok. And what I see is very low quality content, because everybody jump into it, but nobody has not yet experienced yet in this platform, which is why we see a lot of bullshit. Instead of when you work with one platform, specific platform, you learn to make it better. Like if you do the podcasting, which is Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube as well. You're getting better at this, and this is more or less pretty stable platforms. So it may give you some time to evolve. But if we speak about something more fast, like TikTok, it's a little bit tricky, because what I would do if I needed this, I would register there and just keep an eye on this thing, but I wouldn't go ahead and make all in the content creating on TikTok, or go into another trend. And I listen a lot of podcasts, shows, and everybody are like, it sometimes feels like people take me for the head and just screaming at my face, like, use the trends, use the new functions of new social media, and all these podcast episodes, YouTubers, and all people in general scream like, use all this stuff, all the new stuff. And I'm not really agree with that, because you will produce a lot of low quality stuff. You will disbalance your daily routine. You will step away from your main direction. But I think, first of all, your direction, and next the tools, because we overestimate the role of social media. We trying to become an employers for this social media, instead of take this social media and make those little tools for our goals.
It's a good point, yeah.
But now we see the picture, yes. Well, now we see the picture when people do right the opposite stuff. They like job. They like going to job in the social media, like it was with TikTok, because it was most bright example. I saw that people like it's pretty clear. You can see it like pretty clear when people do not have any idea what the hell are they doing, which is why kind of search a little bit before try new territories.
No,
You can play it out.
No, that's a really good point because you said a very that's maybe the thing of a talk. First direction and then the tools, because first kind of think of what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and what can help you to get there. And then once you found your way, see new avenues, new things that you can add or that you can make it better. And this is, this works for me. I'm not a big social media guy, but my radio boss put me on. Oh, you should be on Twitter. And I'm like, oh, Twitter, okay, I'm on Twitter, but what do I know? I don't know anything about Twitter. And then I started there, and I got a little bit around. I overdid it for a while. I got banned by Twitter, and temporarily. I'm not Donald Trump. And then I understood it a little bit better how it really works, also with the hashtags and all this stuff. So, but yeah, this is exactly. I use it for what I want to do it, and I don't feed the algorithm, and I don't feel like, I have to post every day at least a new story, or this is Instagram or something, a new thing. I'm like, no, I don't. I get it. This is what you said when you listen to YouTubers, influencers and stuff. They scream at you, like you said, that you have to do this and this and this and this. You know what? Do it the way you can do it and you want to do it, because people will notice if you just upload, like you said, like if you just upload bullshit just to feed the algorithm, it will hinder your success, because it's kind of, after a while, the algorithm will see it's bullshit. Nobody really cares for what you uploaded, so you will get lowered. So stay with what you want to do, and do it right. We discussed this in the beginning. I'm using a new radio show program, and where I cannot stream to YouTube anymore. And I'm sad about this, because I liked to stream on YouTube as well. But on the core, it's a radio show, and it's on the radio. So it was cool that you could see me while I was doing the show, but it's not the main focus of a show. The main focus of a show is that it's on a radio station, and it's gonna get, you can hear it there. And so I was a little bit sad, because with a new program I couldn't do the YouTube thing. But once again, I'm focusing on what I should focus on the main goal, to make a good radio show. And I'm pretty sure once I do it, regularly, that I will find a new program or an add-on where I can do the streaming on YouTube again. But, this is not a YouTube show; it's a radio show. So that's why I don't. I'm not despairing, and I'm not so unhappy. I'm not happy about it. But on the other hand, I'm kind of making my radio boss happy, because I needed to switch to a new DJ software, because for whatever reason, it always kicked out everyone on the server whenever I closed my, whenever I finished my show, everyone was kicked out. And this is, of course, bad for the radio, because then, people will need to reconnect, but you know how it is, they don't do it. And, when I have 60 or 70 listeners, and then they all got kicked out, it's not nice. Anyway, that's the reason.
Yeah, and big companies actually do it as well. They test new directions that close to the main point where the company goes, like it was in your case. You tested this thing like side project,
Mm-hmm.
like let's test out video contact with people, how it will work, where it will bring us. You never lose if you close this side project in sake of making better the main product.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. and I'm pretty sure I will do it again. But it was just an extra, and I thought, oh, it's fun because I could chat with people. But then again, I will, I told you this already. It's not really there yet. But I talked with my radio boss, and we want to start a new show where I will have callers into the show. So I will play music, but I will also, kind of half. I will play half of a show. I will play music, and the other half I will also talk with callers who call in and say, and we talk about little. It's not an in-depth video podcast. An in-depth podcast show. It's a music variety show with some some feedback from the listeners, basically. So. And I'm gonna check this, and now we're going back to the theme of his talk, that I will really need to get better with my new software, because the new software I can get call-ins as well, but we tried this with the last radio show, and it didn't really work, and I have to kind of make this. I have to test it a little bit longer, but now I'm more calm, because I thought really. Sometimes in German we call it blue-eyed. I'm kind of like, oh, I have this thing and it just works out of the box. No, it doesn't. I have to find out how I really get it done, and that's fine with me now. I will find my way, and and in due time we'll have another radio show, and then I can have callers on, and I ask you already if he can kind of co-host it a little bit or something, and we will see how things go, but that's along the line. But going back to your point, I first focus on what I already have, and this is my normal radio show, and then, I will advance with the next show, where we will get a different format, because, I don't want to repeat myself as well, I don't want to do the same thing twice.
Yeah, I think each person should have its own learning tempo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it depends on your flexibility of your mindset, on your niche specifically, because of software, basically, which is why if we speak about one niche, it's some kind of one kind of software that is pretty simple, like, I don't know, photo editing. Actually, pretty simple software, most of it. Some kinks of the niche, of course, will be a little bit harder to learn, but this niche has pretty fast tempo. It's like if you need to make some picture, you will find programs that you will get used to quite fast. Instead of, I don't know, video editing, which is quite slower stuff. And we can continue for a while with this topic, but the main thing is we should have this clear understanding of our learning tempo, depending on our mindset. As I said, mindset flexibility, how fast we get used to new stuff.
Mm-hmm. And also the time you can put into it, because it's not only like what your mindset is, also how much time you can really allocate to it, and you know it yourself. Sometimes you don't feel it, and then if you force yourself to get into something, it's also I don't say it's like a creativity process. It's really work. To get to know new things, it's like you go back to school or something, but also, this is what you said earlier. You should kind of see how much time you put in there, because focus on the things you're already doing, and you're learning something new. So to kind of work-life balance, work balance. That you learn new things, but don't forget the stuff you already have, and also get better there. Like we're doing now, we try with this recording of this talk that we get a better sound quality, and it's let's see. We're evolving here as well. Even with doing the things we already have done for a while. So this is, this is how life should be, at least in my opinion, because it's always evolving, it's always changing, nothing stands still. But also, and that's why I did this Clubhouse example, because you don't need to run after each trend, like we already said. Be aware of it and get in the know, and if you like it, test it out and check if it's for you, but don't jump on every little thing that comes along, because there's a lot of stuff that comes along. And I guess there's like 3 or 4 music sites I signed up as I was starting with doing online music, or putting my work online. And I thought, oh yeah, this will be an aggregator and stuff, and they're all kind of usually tumbled down, or are a little bit shady, or some stuff. So be there. And of course, I know sometimes it's good to be an early adopter, because when you get, just a little side note, I read once about the guy, Spotify came from Sweden. And there was a musician, a producer who produces kind of piano music and really not bad music, but not my kind of stuff. And he has like 10 million plays per month and stuff. Yeah, and this turned out it was because he was the friend of a Spotify founder, and the Spotify founder said, okay, I have this idea, and I tried this out. Can you just sign up for my platform and put your music there? I want to test with you a little bit how things work. So he was an early adopter, and he can live from the stuff he's doing. And he's not a big musician or stuff, but because he was the kind of one of the first guys who put their music on Spotify, he was found by millions of people, and millions of people follow him, and millions of people listen to his stuff, and he's in a lot of playlists and things because he was early there. So I get it, there's this mindset. If you are in there from the beginning, you can get. You are there on the ground floor, and you get up in the hierarchy quite fast and easily. So yes, I get that, but this is not what happens every day. Let me tell you, I'm in the IT business, and there's a lot of startups, and we try different things, and like 95% of the stuff fails. Only very few make it to the top, or make it through the first 5 years or something. It's not. It's as hard as it is. It's reality. It's not always working out for the cool ideas.
Yeah. Basically, what I wanted to add to your point of view, these kind of people, that early adopters, this is the whole skill. This is their profession, and this is something that a lot of people do not pay attention to. As a result, these people get stressed out because they feel that they have to be in this niche as well. Like they have to test stuff as well. Like again, these people with TikTok. It all reminds me situations with Apple. If you go to these webinars about finances, these people say to you like, if you purchased Apple at 19th, you would be a billionaire at the moment. I wouldn't if I even was there, because I'm not professional enough. Right now, some stocks cost cents, and it will cost millions. And I already look at them every day, but I don't know what exactly those are, because I'm not experienced yet, which is why this stuff that people say, like this if word. This is complete bullshit, because it's only stress out people. It's only forces people to try stuff that they shouldn't actually be worried about at all. It's not from them. It's like, it's like someone say to you, yeah, it's a new taxi we have here, very comfortable, very cheap, very fast. uh when you get into the car, you will get a coffee or anything else, and the drivers, it's very cool, but one thing, that it will not bring you where you need to get. It just do not drive to your destination. So why the hell you should pay attention to these new tools, that if you didn't even tested it out, like if you didn't check if it will bring you somewhere when you need to be? Which is why I think we should not pay attention to trends that much. What I see about this is, yes, we can keep an eye on it, but not dive in. We should be in balance with stuff we do. This is also stuff with what that we spoke about with someone recently about direction. You have main direction, and this is something that like your long-term game. And I see a lot of people that like they just all in into one direction, and then they don't see fast result. They all in into another direction, they don't see fast result. They jump in into another direction, and they don't see fast results. And the thing is, I don't know what better to make 100 steps running and getting tired every day with in any direction, in every direction, new direction, or maybe it makes more sense to like 10 to make 10 steps in one direction daily without getting tired, and slowly but surely moving in the direction of your goal, of what you want, not what these marketers want from you, because they just want to get you into platform. And it's a big conversation, and this guy have pretty big cases with money for people to convince people that, yeah, this new platform is something that we need to use and we cannot live without it. Yeah,
Yep.
but the thing is, it's quite a little bit more difficult, and you are not super mind that can learn everything about it. It's like there is a lot of stuff, and the best way, I think, is to pick something that you able to work with. If you want to learn new, fine, just keep an eye on it. Like appear to new social media, check one video about it, maybe subscribe the channel that tell you about it, maybe experience yourself a little bit with this new thing, and then decide for yourself, like, is it the thing that you need? But don't be stressed out. I think this is the main mistake that we do, is to be stressed out of what we're missing. Is out of this stress that we do the worst decisions, where we make 100 steps in one direction, then in another direction, and then in another direction, and at the end of the day we get with nothing.
Yep, I can only add to this thing. It reminded me also, like what you said. If you think about it, if you would have invested into cryptocurrencies, then in the beginning it was nothing, the Bitcoin or something, and now it's worth again. It get up and it get down and whatever. So don't stress yourself out, and also I'm thinking more about it along the lines of programs, computer programs you use. If I have the option to have one, the newest version, but it's not tested and it's still a lot full of bugs and stuff, then I would take the older, reliable version, which is already tested. And you don't have to be. Sometimes it pays to be an early adopter, but it pays only for like 0.1%.
I think you should be professional. I think there is
Exactly,
some
yeah.
people that professionally early adopters, and before they make this one-shot experience that bring them to millions, they've just practiced 20 years straight, to find this one
Yep.
thing. This
They
is
don't.
not that simple as it looks like. It's just people want it to look like that it's simple, but it's not.
Yeah, no, exactly. And this also, we can go get full circle back to music, because I just recently talked with some new bands and artists and stuff, and we've really thought they bring out an album or a single, and then woof, we're there. We're not. It's kind of you have to be consistent. You have to bring out. New stuff, new videos, new things. You have to keep yourself relevant for the public and stuff. It's not just, it happens sometimes that you brought out a song like 5 years ago, and then for whatever reason it kind of gets a second wind and it's blowing up or whatever. That's fine, but it's rarely happening. And going back to the point of his podcast is you have to be consistent, and you have to work for it, and you have to really stick to your guns and do the things you do right before you can add new things to it. And anyway, like you said, the early adopters, they have like a job to do and stuff, and we test things out. And this was my example with a Spotify guy. He was just at the right time there, because the guy who programmed the first Spotify.
He created this right time.
Exactly, and so it's fine. And this might happen to you too, but it's very rare, And first, kind of look at what other people do with the new tools that will pop up, and there will be more and more and more new tools. So stay a little bit calm about this, because it's like you don't have to jump. I mean, just think about it. Like if you, like you said with a taxi, if there's a new car out and who says, "Oh, now there's a flying car. Oh, you can fly and whatever. Let me test it." And when you're in the beta version, and it's not really, you cannot even take off, or you crash right away or whatever. I mean, do you really want that? I'm not saying be too conservative and be too, how you say, too afraid of trying new things. But, take a deep breath and see, okay, oh, this looks interesting. Let's check it for a while. And then, I mean, as I got to know you always were like, oh, I have to do some more research on this thing, on that thing, because I'm more like, I'm jumping on new things, and I want to try that, and I want to see how this goes, and how things are here and stuff. And you are more kind of, okay, that's a new development. I like it. Let's see what I can do with it. I have to check it a little bit if it really helps me. So that's the good thing. If we both meet in the middle, when we're really good. We are not too afraid of trying new things, but we're also not too jumpy and too kind of without any restrictions jumping on the next new thing what we think it is. Because and this is maybe how I end this talk here. I mean, this moment. If you jump on everything and just there's a new thing and let's do this, and people will notice that you don't know anything, that you don't know what you're really doing, and you're just there because everyone is there. So I need to be there as well. If you have such a small ego that you don't exist if you're not on every party, then you have some other problems, I would say.
Yeah, but I think it's more about fear of missing out, fear of getting outdated. This is why. This is stress, and I think this stress, there is someone who creates this stress for us, for people, to someone who subconsciously send this message to us like, you will be outdated. You need to have all this social media on your phone or whatever. I'm not trying to getting into war with these people. Yeah, I just trying to speak with as regular people like I am, like what I would say to myself. And I have a lot of conversations from this point where there is new thing, and it will bring millions. It will not, unfortunately, it will not. No, you can try it. You can try it if you want. I don't want to be that guy that like disappointed at everything and don't believe at anything anymore. I just it's all based on my experience, and I could continue a lot with that. And coming back to the topic of new, there is another thing. It's new terminology, new, like the word new. It's too abstract because I think we should have clear understanding of what is new and what is other. Because when you try new software for your radio station, this is something new. But when you try, this Clubhouse
Yeah, Clubhouse.
thing, first of all, you should get understanding, like if it actually new thing for you or other thing. It's like if it goes in the same direction with everything that you went before, or it's some other direction. It's like you should understand if this, for example, Clubhouse, is this more 10 extra steps in your main direction, or it's some 10 steps in some other direction when you don't want to even be in.
Yeah, I think this is going back to you need to have a strong ego and like kind of have a little bit more a clear view on things. Like for me it helps that I'm a little bit older and I don't need to be everywhere and to be feeling like, oh, I don't exist if I'm not on this platform or on that platform, or if I don't do that. So and I'm not afraid to look foolish, even if I don't think I'm a fool, because I can. If people laugh at me that I couldn't know, that I didn't know what Clubhouse is, then okay, you know what? I know a lot of things that you don't know, and I'm not laughing at you because I have some niche knowledge about things that you don't know. I was in the medieval things. I know a lot about guns and stuff because I'm really interested in that. And so I'm not saying, oh, you're an idiot because you don't know that. And, it's kind of, if you really, this is more the human side of things. I know we're not really talking about this, but kind of, if you kind of be honest with yourself, then or like I think Plato says or something, I know that I don't know anything. That's okay. If anything is added by me, I know that I don't know anything, or that I don't know. My point is, there is so much wisdom and knowledge out there. So just kind of feeling that you are superior because you know what Clubhouse is okay, and in your little bubble, it makes you the king of a hill. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. If you zoom out on a universal level, all that we're talking about is nothing. It's really not very interesting. I mean, we will be dead in 40 or 60 years, and who cares that I was on Clubhouse 2021. That's nothing in this grand scheme of thing. Okay, this is very philosophical, and I don't know. We don't want it to go there, I guess. But just kind of my point. What I'm trying to do is, if you get an eagle eye perspective once in a while of the things you're talking about. When you see, okay, you know what, pump the brakes, just take it like what it is. It's interesting. I will check it out and I will see if it kind of benefits, this is your point, if it benefits my long-term goal, if it benefits where I want to go. Then yeah, well, check it out. I get in there and you know, and I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't want to be seen as bashing this new app. There's, you know, a lot of people you can get to know there, and you know, you get in talk with. This is why I do my video podcast. You know, I get to know new people. I get to know more things. You know, remember, as I talked with Dimi K, I learned how to do hashtags in my videos. I didn't know that before. Of course, I could have Googled and I could have, you know, checked that, but it never occurred to me that I need to do that. And then oh, it's so easy. And this is exactly our, you know, we're in agreement here. Do what you like to do what you love to do, and on the way you will pick up things. You will, because if you're not absolutely stupid, you will always learn new things, how to do things better. Like we do this show, we record not only on video, we also record the audio extra, so we can make it better. You know, we can kind of we evolve. This is just it. And so don't jump on every new little thing, jump through every little hoop you get hold, because there will be more and more and more, because this is exactly what these guys want. They want your attention. We want to just, you know, but you will burn out. Like this was your point. Like if you run 100 steps in the wrong direction, it's much worse than just like taking your time and like, is it really what I want? And then take like 2 or 3 steps and you see, you know, it's not for me. Or you just let it lie. Like, as I started out, I learned a lot of stuff about the music business and things in Reddit. And I was very happy that I found Reddit. And I was every day on Reddit and chatting a lot of stuff. Now I'm almost never on Reddit because it's run its course for me. You know, I might visit it back. I still have my account there, of course, and occasionally I go there and answer or chat with people. But it was for the time I used it, or for the things I needed it. It was perfect. But now I don't need it so much anymore, and I don't see so much worth in it. You know, we talked about. Okay, sorry, I'm going from one thing to another, but you can list your playlists on Reddit, and people will find it there. But I found out it's kind of really, because there's so many there, you get like half a new follower through it. I don't know, you know, it's kind of, it's not really worth my time, you know. And I have also, you know, I have work, I have family, I have you know, pleasure time, whatever, and it's stuff for time for our talk here. So I have to see if it's worth my time. And this is what we want to say to the people out there. Check it, see if it works for you. If it's for you, perfect. Then take it and go the direction. But check in the grand scheme of things if it's really what you need and what you want to do, and what you can do sustainable and you know, work in your routine, and that you are now I forgot the right word, but you do it consistently, that you have a consistent output and a consistent presence, basically.
So that it would be relevant to your main direction. As
Exactly.
you said, there's 100 steps each day, and for example, for 4 days you'd make 400 steps in a different direction. In sprint, you know, you nowhere, you're tired, and you don't want anything except for, I don't know, rest a little bit, you know. This is how burnout works, actually. This is a great strategy to get burnt out by anything, even if you love it like it's everything for you. Another thing, you made a point about learning tempo, like we spoke about it. That is why exactly this is important to have a learning understanding of your learning tempo is you actually judging by this understanding you will have a better understanding how you actually put things into your learning plan. To sounds too abstract. So the thing is, yeah, I will rephrase it. Thing is, when you understand how you learn and how fast you learn stuff, or how many time you need, or what kind of software. Um, on example on the podcast, this one is also we use side records in our digital audio workstations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is new things to us, but nobody basically notice this because we did it stressless. We just find the most simple way to improve the content quality,
Mm-hmm.
and we just did it on the background. As simple as that. It was one extra step. And actually, I was thinking about it for a month before we did it. Actually, I was looking for a moment when we're ready for this. We're not jumped, into this
Mm-hmm.
new, process. Yeah, we just thought about it. We just played out how to better do it, and yeah,
You thought
and
about
I
it.
actually. But the thing is, we I think we all should maintain this strategy of improvement in any kind of niche or direction. You know, because there is a lot of stuff that I want to do with a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and judging by my understanding of my learning process, of how I handle new stuff, and I quite bad at this, and I just make a plan, and I think we all should have clear understanding how fast we learn, how fast we're able to find new stuff, new software, and to add into our plan, development plan. First of all, you will be very confident at once at stuff that you already doing.
Mm-hmm.
And secondary, you will add these extra steps with time, because as I said, I want a lot to change with the podcast to improve the quality. But I will not do it at the same time, even if I want it, because yeah, I want a lot to change a lot of stuff with the podcast. But if I will do it just right now, I'm pretty sure we would fail, the episode.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing.
Yep. Yep.
So
If you do too much too fast, when it's kind of like when you learn how to drive a car in the beginning, it's kind of like you have to I have to put on the light, and I have to brake, and I have to do this, and I have to look there, and in the beginning it seems like it's impossible to get it right. That's why you get training lessons and you have somebody next
it's
to
a
you.
perfect point.
Yeah, but after a
Yes,
while,
this is
it
perfect
becomes
point. It's
so
like
routine, and you don't think about it anymore, and you're just like driving, and you. Go ahead.
yeah, and when we try this new stuff and we go all in, it's like learning drifting, even without understanding how to, I don't know, to move from the place.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, that's why the conclusion for me is stay. Stay in the loop, see what's going on, and and test the new stuff and see if you like it, and if you can put it in your routines, and do put it in the things you already do right and correct, then just do it, but do it slowly and don't go all in. It's like you can, if you play poker and you always go all in right away, then you lose. You can never win, because then you have nothing to play with. Just see how the things work and stuff, and we talked about this. I see my success, my followers always go up and down, go up and down, go up and down, but the trajectory is always up. So if I just have a single day where I look at it and like, oh, I lost, I don't know, 3 people, and then but on the next 2 days I gained 5, and so it's always, don't see it so short, narrow-sighted that you kind of only see this. I need to be in today. Don't. This is the typical thing that people want you. If you. It's marketing strategy. You have only one day to decide if you want to buy this or not, because otherwise it's gone. So then, they kind of, when I need to buy it, because right now, or if you go to Amazon and there's like only two of these things left, and if I don't buy them now, then they will be gone. And no, don't get stressed out. Just take it. I mean, check it if it's for you. And then see, this works. And then, like you just said, we do this podcast now for quite a while, but now we kind of think, we could do it better. So, and now we kind of recording the voices extra, and we will add it on later, but this is a natural process, and we getting there, and we don't do anything that we don't know how to do, because we record voices all the time. I'm as a singer, so I'm very confident how to use this program, because I used it for years now. I know how it works, and now we integrate it here as well. So don't be fooled by the marketing scheme of these companies, because of course they want you to jump on and to make them money and a big splash, but is it really what you want and what you need? That's the question you should ask yourself.
Yeah, perfect point, because the only one person that fools you is you.
Mm-hmm.
And be more calm about about your tempo, because it's not like that you get 10 followers a day and happy. You get 10 unfollows a day and you unhappy. No. Think about it in duration of a week or month, depending on, again, on your niche or on stuff that you do, because you will be pretty clear. And also it brings us to think like testing out stuff. Like I tested out the links in my profiles where I most active. I didn't do it like put the link in a one day and just see what happens. No, I just had a plan like I need these 3 platforms to promote through the social media or whatever. And I'd be like, okay, I will keep it for a week, because I have weekly, statistics where I can see that it came from Instagram. This traffic came from Instagram. If I would see it each day, it would be not really cool, But months of this time duration, or even week, already can say something about it. Then I switched to other platform. I like put other platform and checked 2 parameters now. First is what is previous one platform worked like without a link in my profiles, and how new platform reacts on the links that I put it in my link in bio. And and in the end you will get this understanding, like but if you will judge day by day, it will not work, I think, good for you. And another thing is you said
no go ahead
we end up on comfort zone, to be honest, because we spoke about podcast. We have a big plans on increasing quality, but we cannot do it at one day. We have a plan of increasing the quality, and we execute it slowly, basically.
Mhm.
And how it works, it reminded me the concept of comfort zone. Everybody thinks that comfort zone is something bad, but it's not bad thing. It's like we just need to read about it a little bit more. So the comfort zone is something where you basically comfortable while executing stuff, while doing stuff.
Mhm.
It's like the podcast. It comfort zone. Now, when it became comfort zone, we switched, for example, to video podcast.
Mhm.
And it became comfort zone, but it was stressful. If we would
Exactly.
never do it like right from the beginning,
You
because
always push your boundaries.
this
You
is,
always extend your comfort zone.
yes, you getting closer to the borders of this
Mhm.
comfort zone, and then you push a little bit. I call it 11 concept. 11 concept is like when you do 10 push-ups and then one more. You know, the
Mhm.
main goal is to make 10 push-ups and or squats, whatever, and then one more, just one more. And this concept in more abstract processes as well works. Just like you make a video, like you usually do, and then you do one more element.
Mhm.
Like in latest ones, I just added just simple text, second text at the beginning, like for a second. This is the 11th extra step that
Mhm.
outside of comfort zone. Once I do it 4 or 5 times, I will get used to it, and then maybe I will get some sound effect to this.
Mhm.
Something that
Mhm.
will not take a lot of
Exactly.
time,
You
but at
know.
the same time,
Mhm. No, exactly, because
yeah, yeah,
I was thinking of having a little intro screen or a logo, and I'm working on that, but it's not and it will come, and it will be it makes it more how you say more unique or something, but it's not there yet, and I'm not pushing myself. I want it, and I want a nice logo for this video podcast, and maybe an intro or an outro screen and stuff, so that it just looks a little bit nicer and it's more professional, and it will get there. But I'm not, it's not my main focus. I'm still on it, but it will come sooner or later. But yeah, I'm in the meantime, I do what I want to do. And so my old videos, they don't even have this thing that the subscribe button and stuff in it. So now the newer ones have it, but yeah, I'm too lazy to go back to kind of put it in all the old ones as well, because I don't think so many. I mean, people will watch the old ones for sure, but anyway, we are evolving. Talking about evolving, here the time is evolving also to get to my breakfast time. So,
yeah.
but I think we had a nice discussion and a nice insight of what it's just our thing, our idea of how you should do things. Like you said, everyone has his own tempo, and you should kind of check your tempo. If you're, we are, or at least I can talk about only myself. I'm an old guy. I'm a little bit slower. Sometimes I'm a little bit fast because I think I want to do it, and then it doesn't work, and then I get frustrated. But in the end, it's all we're striving for our own tempo and for our own how how fast you can push your comfort zone bubble in a new direction, and then it becomes your new comfort zone. And this is exactly what we want to be aware of, that you don't stress yourself out too much and run in the wrong direction for too long and get exhausted and don't have achieved anything.
Yeah, make your comfort zone is, no, I want to say, it's hard to how to say it. uh
Say
get
it.
uh,
Yeah.
get get
Go.
comfortable with expanding your comfort zone.
Hmm.
Make your comfort zone like something that you consciously. No, I'm not ready yet to say it.
I have a get comfortable by with getting uncomfortable.
Yes, but not too much. If
Yeah,
so that it
in little
won't
increments, in
damage
little
your
steps,
project.
little steps. Yeah, not like a
Indeed,
big
this
leap.
is exactly what I wanted
Yeah.
to say.
Get comfortable in getting uncomfortable. Okay, Alex, thank you very much. It was very comfortable to talk with you. This was, my comfort zone, our comfort zone. So thank you very much for your time. But I think it's an important topic, that you don't waste your energy and time on things that are just like don't have really beneficial outcomes for you. Okay, I will stop now our recording, our recordings.
Yeah.